Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs of Fuego. We're documenting the journey of remarkable entrepreneurs. How you doing, Randy? Randy Lennox,
Awesome.
Candor Biz.
Lennon.
Lennox or Lennon?
Lennon, whatever you want to call me is
well,
fine.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
When I screw up people's names, I always say to them, "Do you mind if I call you that the rest of the evening so I don't feel bad?" And they usually comply. So it's Randy Lennox now. Actually, there's a funny story about Randy Lennox. Okay, so there's a guy named Randy Lennox. My name's Randy Lennon.
Yes.
I used to be in the music business. And Randy Lennox ended up, he was like the president of MCA Records in all of Canada. And so, now I'm going to need to remember the name of this artist. So I get, like 10 years after I've left the music business, I get a text from a friend of mine, or someone I barely know, saying, "Wow, congratulations on the Grammy." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I had to text back, like, "What are you talking about?" And it was what's the artist that sang the song "Like a Bird"? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But some major Canadian artist wins a Grammy, and she says, "Thank you, Randy Lennox." And of course, my friend who knows I was in the music business hasn't kept track with me. Here's Randy Lennon. So I get the congratulations on winning a Grammy.
Well, congratulations.
Which I never did win a Grammy.
Well,
but we did win the Canadian Grammy, the Juno Award. So when I was in the music business. So.
Fantastic. Yeah. There you
go.
So
that's all. So we spent 5 minutes talking about Randy Lennox. Hi, Randy Lennox. If you're watching.
Whoever Randy Lennox is, we're getting him a shout out. But now you come from Canada, and you are here in Phoenix, and you are helping a lot of small businesses raise capital. Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Well, yeah.
Aside from writing music, and
I do a lot of different things, and probably the story that's most applicable for this program is that we have started. We brought an angel investment club, an angel network called the VA Angels. It has nothing to do with the Veterans Administration, which we don't have in Canada, but the VA Angels is one of the most active angel investment groups in all of Canada. We've got about 150 members, angel investors, that meet once a month in 5 cities up in Canada.
All right.
And we've funded about $45 million, I think, over the years into about, I think now it's up to about 150 companies. So when I had the honor and pleasure of being involved in the acquisition of the Arizona Coyotes hockey team by some of my colleagues, by some Canadian guys, I ended up with a suite at the arena. So, so for 4 years, we're going into the 4th year now. So I thought, well, I guess I'll be the guy to look after the suite. And I don't know whether you're aware, but certain parts of Canada, it's a little chilly in the winter.
I am aware. I have not been. The only place that
You've never been to Canada?
Montreal one time, and that was in 1978. So I kind of wish I want to forget that epoch of my life, because it was way back then. I had a lot of hair back then, and so the VA Angels. You've invested in 150 plus companies, and now you're investing in companies here in Phoenix as well.
Yeah, so the really cool thing is that I thought, well, I'm going to be down here going to hockey games. I may as well start up an angel group.
Yep.
And I was surprised that, so this was about 3 years ago, so I was surprised that there was only one really active angel investment group in the whole of Phoenix area at that time. It was called ATI, Arizona Tech Investors.
Right.
And they were based in Scottsdale. And so I said, we're going to start up the VA Angels here. We'll recruit some angel investors, and we'll use the infrastructure that we have from Canada.
Right.
And it's a very well-run organization, and very, we have hundreds of companies from around the world really that come through the website, and any company that would like to present at the VA Angels here in Phoenix, they just go to vaangels.com and they can fill out the application, and it's a competition, and we pick the best 4 companies from wherever. Most of them are from Canada, but we're getting more and more, of course, from Phoenix, because we've been doing this here for the past 3 years.
And the requirements for these companies, they don't have to be multi-million-dollar companies. They have to be just even small startups with no sales. They have to have a minimum requirement of sales.
I mean, it's a competitive process, so we're acting working on behalf of our members to present them what we believe to be the best opportunities in that particular month. So obviously a company that has revenues, that is more advanced down the road, is going to have a better chance.
Sure.
But anybody can apply. And what happens is, if a company is purely starting up and they are not going to be successful presenting to a bunch of sophisticated VA Angel members, then there's other aspects of the VA Angels organization that could potentially help them. Like we have our own boot camps. And,
I got you.
And it's time to do one down here with you guys. Absolutely.
We definitely have to.
We've been talking about that.
We've been talking for a long time. So if the idea is good enough, let me understand this. If the idea is good enough, but you may not be ready for the VA Angels group.
Yeah, for the actual forum.
For the actual forum, then what we're going to do through the VA Angels is say, look, there's these other opportunities here.
Yeah.
You need to go through these steps before you can get to
a weekend
to
training program, or so the VA Angels can put together something with you to we can figure something out. We're actually also, I don't know who's watching this. We're very interested in finding angel investors, because we have, as I said, about 150. We only have, after 3 years, only like about a dozen members here in Phoenix. ATI has, I think, about 85. Anyway, what I was saying is I found out, spoke to the mayor, actually did a big press conference to invite us to open up in Phoenix.
There, as a matter of fact. I was there.
So at the time, 3 years ago or 2 years ago, there was no angel investor group at all within the city of Phoenix. Now there's a new one started up.
Why do you think that is? I mean, you would think that Phoenix, with its population and the appetite for entrepreneurship.
Phoenix had. It's my understanding that Phoenix had a few different groups, and then something happened in that 2008 range. I forget what it was. It might be a mental block. I don't know what it was.
We all blocked.
Something went on, and all of a sudden everybody stopped, and they shut down the angel groups. And I mean, to be fair, Phoenix is known as a city for certain types of industries, and certainly it's grown primarily through real estate. It's a place for real estate investors, and that's where my Canadian colleagues are all familiar with investing in real estate here. So it's just not known as a place, but that as a place for the technology companies and so on. But that is changing, as we know, and with the help of people like you and the various groups that you have here. So yeah, the VA Angels, we'd love to have.
You need more investors, essentially.
Well, and
to come in and be
people,
part of it.
It's not like going out and finding people who are angel investors. We want to find the people who don't even know what that means to be an angel investor. Do you realize how much pent-up money there is in a place like? Just take Scottsdale. There's just thousands of millionaires, that are sitting on all this cash, and they've got in the stock market and mutual funds and whatever. Sure, these investments are a little more risky, but everyone should have at least 10% of their investable capital directly invested in smaller private companies where there are huge opportunities for growth. But if nothing else, you're getting directly involved in the part of the economy that actually grows the jobs. There's no question about it. So people could be investing in, people with as little as $100,000 to set aside out of maybe their million that they've got. A lot of people have $1 million of investable capital that they've got into various, investments.
And that would go a long way.
They can invest in 10 companies. They could invest $10,000. They could invest $5,000 in 10 companies. Keep the other $50,000 aside for the follow-on investment.
Got it.
So you don't have to be a super wealthy person to be an angel investor, but it is so much fun, because especially when you get to my age and you want to start giving back, and these are people that maybe have had their own businesses, or maybe they're people that have been in the corporate world, got their package or retired, and they always dreamed of being an entrepreneur themselves. Well, join the VA Angels and come and work with some entrepreneurs.
You have been an entrepreneur for seemingly all your
41 years.
41 years. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
Well, I would have said in the past, persistence. So, I mean, I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the, I have all my, I didn't, the best thing for me as a young entrepreneur is I did not know it couldn't be done. So I was blind to the reality.
Nobody said you can't do it. So
Lots of people said I can't do it, but I didn't believe that.
You didn't believe that?
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't really even think about it. So that, and that's key, is to just know, like, if you want to do it, and go figure it out. And I would have said persistence is the key. Well, of course, now I'm all, been working on myself since 1990 and, much more spiritually connected. And I don't think it's, persistence indicates that you're dealing with resistance. And that's not, for entrepreneurs and every other part of life, it's basically stop paddling upstream. Like, let go of the oars and the stream, go downstream, get into the flow of life. And it's the same with business. If it doesn't, if it doesn't flow, maybe find another stream. That's the way I see it.
Randy Lennon, Randy Lennox,
Emmy, whatever.
Presumably an Emmy Award winner.
Yeah,
Grammy
Award winner.
Well, Oscar or whatever. You never know. I mean,
I'm working on the Oscar. We're getting there.
You have a ton of people calling you. Hey,
yeah,
man, congratulations.
I want to mention something though too.
Please.
I have a new TV show on Bloomberg Television launching in Canada.
Oh, wonderful.
Where we're going to be doing a very similar thing to this.
Fantastic.
And we're just negotiating with different networks down here, and it's called Biz One-on-One.
Biz One-on-One. I love it.
Yeah, so when we do our first show in the U.S., I want to have you on the show.
I'm a little bit shy in front of a camera. I must warn
We'll
you.
get you past that.
Thank you, sir. I might have to and send me the questions beforehand so that I know what I'm.
No way.
With that.
And who knows what I'll call you? I might come up with a different name.
Oh, that's right. You could call me Francesco for that matter. I don't know. Maybe Italianize my name, and that'll be just fine by me. With that, Randy Lennox and Randy Lennon with us. We're out.